Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, geocaching friends. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio, Hikerjamz Geocaching Talk Show. The time is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the temperature right now is 53 degrees. We're not got summer yet, but we're working on it. It's going to be cool for the next 2 or 3 days. It's going to be 54, 56. Lows 35, 37. Oh, I can't get out in this kind of weather. But anyway, here we are, another week on our talk show. And this week it's Let's Talk Geocaching. I was just kind of going over a few things here on geocaching.com about the different types of caches that they have. And there's a couple of them in here I haven't done, and there's one or two in here that I will never be able to do, which one of them is the Groundspeak headquarters cache. It's located at the Groundspeak headquarters in Seattle, Washington. Geocachers interested in visiting HQ to log the cache, they should send an email to contact@groundspeak.com. I guess you have to have an appointment to see that one. Don't really know, but anyway, there it is. I see Mr. Yuck's logged into the chat. Hey, how you doing there, Jim? Okay, we've got a couple more guests on there. And, well, I'm ready for anybody that wants to call in. I'll go ahead and run a little commercial here while y'all decide whether you want to talk on it or not. So here we go.
This part of Geocaching Talk Show is sponsored by CacheFace.com. Geocachers need a place to hang out with fellow cachers? Check out CacheFace.com, where worldwide members come together in one place to share their finds and stories. The top-of-the-line website for geocachers. That's www.cacheface.com. Spelled CacheFace.
Okay, there we go. All righty, I got your little message there. No idea what to talk about. Okay. All right, you call in, and we don't have to talk about much of anything there, but we do have a caller right now, so I'm going to take that and see what's going on. Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi James. This is Ken calling in from Arizona at 12:03 Mountain Standard Time. And with the temperature, I'd like to trade you today because we're at about 98 degrees right now.
Wow. Okay, no, I don't know what's worse, to have a cold weather or the hot weather. But anyway, I think I'll stay where I'm at because I can control the 53 degree weather. So what's going on out there this week?
Well, not too much. I think we're going to head out in a little bit up to some higher country where it's a little cooler and try and do some caches. But it was a pretty good week last week. I think we got in about 40 caches that weekend in Las Vegas. And kind of funny, right after...
You tell me about that Las Vegas trip there. It sounded pretty interesting there. Go ahead and say what you want to know about that.
Well, we got some camping in and some caching. And kind of funny, right after we spoke last Saturday in the shopping center we were in, there was a cache in this same shopping center. It was a magnetic Altoids tin under one of those big blue mailboxes. that was smack dab at the entrance of a Walmart store. And I thought, boy, this is gonna be a tough one. And so I pull up in front of it, and on one side of the mailbox there was a guy standing there smoking a cigarette. And my wife says, "Well, I'll get it." So she jumps out, and he just kind of there was a cart on the other side of the mailbox, and he just gave one glance over, and he thought maybe she was going to grab the shopping cart. Well, she knelt down on the side of the mailbox and started pretending like she was tying her shoe, and he never looked back over once. And she crouched down and looked up and reached under and looks at me and says, "It's not here." So she starts reaching all the way on the other side of this mailbox, and this guy is standing right there. She could have grabbed his leg. And she got it, signed the log, and we got back in the truck, and I drove off, and then I just stopped, and we just started laughing for about 5 minutes, because that was a classic, great stealth job on her part.
Yeah, nothing like being able to do something in front of somebody and they not even have a clue what you're doing.
Yeah, and I couldn't do that. I'm really not into doing stuff like that.
I think I told you, didn't I, one time that I've got me a hard hat and I plastered it all up with little stickers and stuff for geocaching, .com and all that, and then I got my little clipboard and I walk around like I'm somebody from the city or something, and looking there, that way people they look at you once and see that you work for a utility company or something, and they just go on. It really makes you feel better too, knowing that they're not going to be standing there with their cell phone getting ready to call in the police station for you.
And that kind of makes me leery, even just because it was a mailbox, and we did several of them that weekend that were under mailboxes.
I know there's one here next town from us that they've got one around the newspaper box that sits right outside the door to this restaurant. And it says, "Use with stealth," and all these people sitting in there eating, looking out the window, and you're walking around looking up and underneath this newspaper box. So, and then it clearly states in there not to look for it after hours because the police department will show up. So, what do you do? It was kind of a tough one.
Yeah, those are kind of hard for me. I've done a few of them after work. I have a work uniform and carry a radio, so no one really questions me if I'm pulled over the side of the road or something like that.
Have you ever noticed somebody was kind of looking at you and you put your GPS or your phone up to your ear and act like you're talking to somebody until they get by you?
I do it quite often.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Well, I guess that would be the thrill of it. The fun of it is finding them, but the thrill of it is trying to outsmart the people that's watching you.
Yeah. So overall, it was a really good weekend, and we picked up a few here in town over the week.
Mm-hmm. That's a good deal.
Get out to some higher country today where might be in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah, that'd be nice. It'd kind of cool off a little bit there. Yeah. I don't know what happened to the weather out here. It was up in the high 70s, 77, 75, 77 all week, and then boom, it just dropped and out in the 50s now. So, but it'd still be a nice, like if you're going to be out on a trail or something and you're going to be doing a lot of activity and walking and stuff, it's not going to be all that bad. But you never know when it's going to rain now. They say scattered thunderstorms and stuff like that. So you could get out there and it'd be sunshine and everything, and 10 minutes later it'd be pouring down rain on you.
Yeah, we had something like that. Oh, I think the beginning of the week. Actually, coming home from our camping trip, it really clouded up, and it was Monday or Tuesday. Just out of nowhere, the clouds came, and they said, chance of a thunderstorm under cloudy skies. And I looked up, and there's not a cloud in sight. Well, a couple hours later, it rained for about 5 minutes and dried up again.
Yeah, one fellow went out to check on my cache yesterday, I think it was. I got that email on it, the tall one, and he said he put on his poison ivy pants, which I didn't know they made poison ivy pants, but he put them on, but he forgot his mosquito spray, and he said he didn't stay out there very long. He gave up on it. Couldn't find the tool that I was supposed to have there to get it with, and he couldn't find the cache anyway. But apparently he was more interested in getting out of that area. It's kind of like it's not a swampy area, but it's where the river floods over every once in a while, right before the dam. And so he said he's not going to come back until late fall to look for it because of the poison ivy and stuff. So I'm going to go out there and check it out probably tomorrow sometime, just to make sure that tool's still out there, because you can't get it without that.
Yeah, I have one that you need a couple of different tools to retrieve, and it kind of puzzles me that some people, they have just torn that thing apart, where I've had to go back several times and fix it, because I don't know if they don't understand the instructions, or they don't have the tools, or they're new to geocaching. So
you watch some of the videos. You watch some of the videos, geocaching videos, and where people's got these odd looking. I mean, they are creative with them, but like a birdhouse with one of them electric car antennas that you hook your jumper cables to it, and the antenna comes up out of the chimney, and the cache is attached to it. Now, I don't know, people, how many times does that get torn apart before they figure out that you got to have jumper cables to find it?
Yeah, you have to read the description.
Yeah, and I just wondered how many people don't read that. I mean, it's there to help them, and they go out there with a hammer and a saw, to try to take the thing apart. All you got to do is push a button, maybe.
Well, I try and put in the description, the best I can, without really having to give away what tools you need. And, you can use a couple of different tools. It doesn't have to be the same tool. You can be creative with it. But just to tear it up.
Yeah, and out, you go out for a walk, to find a cache. You definitely want to read the description and stuff and what you need to take with you, because you get out there and you walk about 3 miles to find a cache out in the middle of the jungle somewhere, and then you find out you needed a screwdriver or a flashlight. It's handy to have all that information on there when you fill out them.
Yeah, and I try and keep all that stuff in my bag with me. For instance, when we were in Vegas, there was this Ramada, and it was just a little tin. And look, I usually read a lot of the past logs if I'm having trouble, that there might be a little hint or something in there. And it just so happened I had my little mirror, little telescoping mirror, and I got it up there, up at the top, and there it was. And I couldn't reach it because it was too high. And so I got my magnet out. And that seemed to work fine. So, little stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the idea of carrying a bag or something, and that's a habit that I don't have yet. I figured that if it's not that far from the truck, I'm not going to carry it with me. But then I end up having to go back for it. And a little fanny pack or anything else that you got, anything, you put it in your pockets if you have to. But yeah, it's important.
It just kind of depends, where I'm going. If there's a park and grab or say, I'll keep the bag in the truck and just carry my pen. Maybe tweezers, because a lot of times they're in those bison tubes, and sometimes those are kind of tough to get out the log without a pair of tweezers.
A lot of them carry those, what they call those little tools, got everything on it. They carry them with them, and the only thing I see is like the little like the needle nose, they pop out, and but they're kind of, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But most of them has got the flat end. They're not really needle pointed, like a needle nose pliers, and some of them are some of them nanos and stuff is too small for that to reach in there.
That's why I just keep a regular set of tweezers with me.
Right. Yeah, that's handy. Just that part right there is gets you by a lot of that. I'm going to run another ad here and be back in about 30 seconds.
Okay.
This part of Geocaching Talk Show is sponsored by Hikerjamz. For a full line of geocaching needs, visit their website today. Serving the geocaching community since 2005, Hikerjamz is an official groundspeak distributor and has everything you need for geocaching supplies. That's www.cachejamz.com, spelled CACHE-advance.
All righty. There's trying to find. I can't find it. I just got my computer out of the shop the other day. I had to take it in. It just completely went out on me. I couldn't bring up a couple programs, and so I was going to restore it to an earlier date. It wouldn't let me restore it. So I thought, well, I'll take it back to factory with the option to save my information and my files, on the C drive. So I did, and when it went out and then came back up, it says download Windows. Where'd they go? I lost my Windows completely, and I couldn't even get into it to straighten it out because the Windows has to come up first. I couldn't even go in on the safe mode. So I had to take it into the shop and get it worked on, and it came back totally blank. It's like a new one again. So I'm kind of switching back and forth between the two computers, trying to move everything over to the other one. And it's going to take me a while to do that. And I was looking for the one website, Caching USA, Caching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Open Caching.
Open Caching, yeah. North America. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one that Mr. Yuck has been running some information on his blogs, and I thought that was pretty nice about the one he did for Cache Face with Paul.
Yeah, I've seen there's been quite a few new people signing up. It seems like every day there's more and more. There's quite a few in Portugal.
Right. It must be the spot for hot geocachers over there.
Well, that might be my next vacation destination.
Well, if you got enough money to go over there for that, you got enough money to have me go with you, don't you?
Yeah.
We both go over there. Yeah.
That might be a couple years, but I'll let you know. Next year we're actually planning on going. Next year we're planning on going to Washington up to Groundspeak. our son's up there, so why not take a vacation up there and
it sounds like a good idea. You know, you go to another country and you can probably be surprised what the difference is and what they're using for containers.
Yeah, but I'm kind of excited about going to Groundspeak and seeing where it all started.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to there. You talking about that? Is that's in Washington?
Yeah, Washington.
Yeah,
so
that would be a trip.
We're planning a trip up there, probably the middle of next year.
Huh. Take some pictures. Oh, let's see what it looks like.
Oh yeah, we try and take pictures wherever we go.
That's something I still don't happen to have it up. I've always got my phone with me, and it's got a camera on it, but I like to carry my regular camera, a little pocket camera, because it's got video, and that's what most of my videos are posted off of is on YouTube, is that. And I don't know if you've ever been on my YouTube videos or not, but if you want to check that out, see what I got up there, it's Hikerjamz 1 on YouTube. So you probably search that up there. Yeah. I couldn't get Hikerjamz because I had that once before and I accidentally deleted it and trying to delete something else. So they suggested Hikerjamz 1, so I had to use that one. I got a few things. Yeah, let's check it out sometime.
And I don't know if you caught Wednesday's broadcast of the geocaching podcast. Not Podcasher, but there's another one with Ted Hardhat and a couple other guys. They do the geo snippets. And
hey, hold on. Just hold that thought, Ken. I got another call. We'll see who we got there.
Okay.
Hello, you're on air.
Hello, it's Jim, Mr. Yuck.
Oh, hello, Jim. How are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Good. I still got Ken on the other line there. He's been calling in here about every week now since the start of this show. You probably know him from Cache Face now.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad to hear your voice there. I appreciate what you've done on the both of the interviews that you did on me and Paul. And like I said, I'm going to try to drum up some more for you there. But I just got this laptop back there just Friday, and so I'm just now getting back into it for this week, So we're going to see what we can do for you there. You do a good job at it.
Sounds good. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Ken?
Yeah,
I'm
still here.
Yeah.
How you doing, Mr. Yuck?
Yeah, I missed some of the show. Were you talking about stealth, basically, or?
Yeah, it was a cache did in Las Vegas over the weekend.
Okay, busy place.
Pardon me?
Busy place, a lot of muggles around, eh?
Oh, yeah. My wife did a great job getting this cache right in front of somebody. And we had a good laugh afterwards. But
okay. I'm trying to think of something to keep y'all talking here. But until then, go ahead and keep talking. What we got on here, the less we got to say.
What I was getting back to is the geocaching podcast. They were, I guess the conversation came up of, do you maintenance your caches or archive them after, X amount of months or years? Say like you have one that's sitting there for a year and nobody's really been visiting. Do you continue maintaining it, or do you just archive it, or maybe change the cache?
that kind of reminds me of the one that I found. It took me about 3 times to find it, but there's nobody had found that cache in over a year. And I went out there, and I'm bound and determined I'm going to find it, and I'm going to look 3 or 4 times before I give up on it. And I did. I actually found it on that last trip, and I logged it. And then, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with leaving it there for however long, because like I said, that one's been there for a year before somebody's found it, and it's still there. It's still in good shape and everything. So I wouldn't archive one.
Yeah.
Was it a puzzle or something, or I'm sorry, was it a puzzle or just difficult to find?
It was difficult to find. It was a small area, but the name of it is Rocks Don't Speak. And after reading all the comments that everybody left for it, I mean, I could have smacked myself in the forehead after I did find it, because, it was when I found it. I don't tell too many people. I wasn't even close to finding it, but like it says, I mean, the clue is in the name. Rocks Don't Speak, and that told the whole story after I found it.
Yeah, and there's been a few that I've been out, several times, and it was right there in front of my face, and I have days like that where I can't find a thing, and there's other days where I'll find every cache I go after.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, and that's what makes it interesting. Keeps you out there and keeps looking. So, Mr. Yuck, where you at there? Where you calling from?
Oh, I'm at home. I'm in Buffalo, New York area, and it's not a nice day here, actually. It's overcast. It's only about 52 degrees out. How is it in your area there? Probably
That's
not much better, huh?
No, it's 53 here, and it's not going to get any better for a couple of days. It's going to get up 54 tomorrow, 56 Monday, and then the lows are going to be in the 30s. So, let Ken tell you what he's facing out there now. I think I'd rather keep what I've got, but tell him what you got out there, Ken.
Well, we're out in Arizona, and right now it's 98 degrees with a slight breeze, and so from what they say, we're in for it now. It's just going to get hotter from here. So it's going to slow down our cache for a while.
Well, hey, it's a dry heat, like they say, right?
It's a dry heat. Well, until July and August, when the humidity comes in. So the summertime's probably a good time to sit down and work on some puzzle caches. I'm not very good at those, and some of them take quite a long time to figure out.
All right, we got about a minute left here. So I'm going to go ahead, and y'all can. I appreciate you calling in, both of you, and I hope to hear from you again. Every week at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that we have this show, but I want to read this here before we go. To find out more about geocaching, go to geocaching.com. At the top left side of the page, go to Learn and click on Geocaching 101. And from there, you find all the questions and answers, what geocaching is all about. Then you can sign up as a free member or as a premium member and get started as a new geocacher and enjoy the worldwide treasure hunting game wherever you are. That's www.geocaching.com. If you'd like to contact me about this show or any other show, you can send me an email to hikerjamz@hotmail.com and type in the subject line Blog Talk Radio. Also, I got another email if you want to try info@hikerjamz.com. Okay, that's about 10 seconds left. So you guys, I appreciate it, both of you. You helped me through this show. So we'll talk to you both later.
All right, James, we'll talk to you next week. And nice talking to you, Mr.
Thanks,
Doug.
James. We'll talk to you. Bye.
We'll catch you later.
Okay.
Catch you later.
Catch you both later. All right. Thanks a lot.
Have a good week. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.